Hey everybody, Nick here from Shop Class 101, and today we're going to talk to you about how to test fuses with a test light. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our test light, place the clamp on ground, and then we're going to test it on the positive. If we have a complete circuit here, the test light should light up right here in the handle. That means that we are ready to test fuses. Now there's three possible outcomes when we test a fuse. Either we're going to test the fuse and it's going to light up on both sides, which indicates the fuse is good. Or we're going to test a fuse and it's going to light up on no sides, which means the fuse is not getting power. We need to go turn the switch on for that fuse. Or possibly it's a spare. And then the third outcome is that the light lights up on just one side of the fuse and not the other. And that indicates that the fuse is bad. When I go to test a fuse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke these little test ports right here and here. Poke each side of it to see if it lights up when I touch that side with the pointy end of my test light here. So now, all I've got to do to test these fuses is go right down the line and test each side of each fuse, making sure that I get power on both sides. So here's one that's blown. We have power on one side, not on the other. These ones are all looking good. Go right down the line here, test them all. As you can see, this is a quick way of doing it. Now we come to some down here that have power to no sides. And if you remember right, that tells us that those fuses aren't turned on yet. So we'll look at the map right here. We're going to see that we could probably turn on the headlights right here and test these fuses right here. And now these fuses both test that they work well and have power on both sides. These fuses here that didn't have power, if we look on the map, say spare. So those three come with it, they have a spare. Now back to this one, the one that has power on just one side. This fuse is blown, that's the dome light fuse. Some problems with the circuit may have caused that fuse to break. If we go to replace it and it pops right away, well then we need to figure out what's wrong with the circuit. If this is blown and we put a new one in and it works right away, continues to work, well then all is well. To replace this fuse, we can get the fuse removal tool from the toolbox if it has one. Place it over the fuse. Pull the fuse out. And put the new fuse back in. Remember, we only ever replace fuses with a current rating at or below the one that we took out. Normally you only go with the same fuse rating that you took out or what the circuit's rated for. In the emergency, if this one was a 10 amp, if you only had a 7.5 amp left, you could put that one in temporarily. It may work, it may blow. Well, if you want to test fuses, you're going to need one of these test lights, and you can purchase one of these at most auto parts stores or any big box store, certainly. You could even get them from the Rainforest River website if you want delivered to your house, I'm sure. They're just a couple of bucks, and they can save you a lot of time when it comes to testing fuses. If you like what you've seen here today, please feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching.